Welcome the students once again. Today we are going to discuss about the last topic of the ERTK subject, that is the developments in water supply and irrigation and agriculture. In this chapter we have to discuss about the various points of the water supply, importance of the water supply, next introduction of irrigation and types of the irrigation. First, introduction for water supply. Billions of people are still striving to access the most basic human needs, which are food, shelter, safe drinking water, and sanitary system. It is a basic human need, that is food, shelter, safe drinking water, not only drinking water, safe drinking water, and sanitary system for the hygienic purpose. Next, according to human rights, adequate water is right to everyone. According to human rights, it is a basic right to human. Generally, governments are responsible to provide water, meet basic human needs, and improve water supply system, meet standards of reliable, efficient, and equitable management. Generally, local government is responsible, such as a municipal corporation, Jilla Parishad, Gram Panchayat, for the provider of the water for to each and every person or each and every humans, and improve the water supply system because of the reliable, efficient, and equally management. World Bank water statistics. Every year, insecure water and lack of basic sanitation kills minimum 1.6 million children under the age of 5. It is observed that it is a survey that every year the not drinking safe water and sanitation problem or sanitation basic sanitation problem, almost 1.6 million children are killed under the age of the 5. Up until 1990, 1.1 billion people in the world did not have access to an improved source of drinking water, or 84% of the population who did not have access to improved source of drinking water live in rural areas. It is a very big problem in the rural areas to water supply and water supply system, or safe water supply system. According to World Bank statistics, almost 84% of the population did not receive the safe drinking water in the rural areas. 5 times more rural than city dwellers lack safe water. Next, sources of water. Rainwater, ocean, rivers, lakes, streams, ponds, and springs are the natural sources of the water. And next, dams, wells, tube wells, hand pumps, canals, etc. are man-made sources of the water. There are the two types of the sources of water: natural sources and man-made sources. In natural sources, the most important source is the rain or rainwater. Next, ocean. Next, river, lake, streams, and pond. And man-made sources are dams, reservoir, wells, tube well, hand pumps, canals, etc. First, rainwater. Rainwater collects on the earth from the surface water and underground water. It is collected with two types: the surface water and underground water. Surface water. Water present on the surface of the earth, form of ocean, rivers, lake, ponds, streams, is called as surface water. Surface water, that is above the ground water, above the ground level. The water are saving, that is the ocean, rivers, lakes, ponds, and streams. The water in rivers and lakes come from rain and melting of snow on mountains. Rivers flow into the sea. And second, underground water. Some of the rainwater seeps through the soil on the non-porous rock below. This is the underground water. Sometimes due to high pressure, this water sprouts out the form of springs. It can be obtained by digging wells, sinking tube wells. Below the ground level, the water will present is known as the underground water. This type of the water is known, we have to know the or saving the in the digging wells, sinking tube wells, or in bore well. Here we see this the various image. In the first image, we have to see the rain. second it is a surface water, and next one is the underground surface water. Next, national water policy. A scarce natural resources, water is fundamental to life, livelihood, food security, and sustainable development. India has more than 80% of the world's population, but has only 4% of world's renewable water resources and 2.4% of world's land area. In India, is population rate is 80% of the more than the world, and but is only has only 4% water available, and water resources available in India, and almost 2.4% the world's land we have to use. These are the further limits of utilized quantities of water owing to uneven distribution over time and space. In addition, there are challenges of frequent floods, droughts in one or other part of the country. With the growing population and rising needs of the fast developing nation, as well as the given indication of the impact of climate change, availability of utilizable water will be under further strain in future, with the possibility of depending water conflicts among different user groups. The growing the population, it is very fast and also developing in the cities. It is a basic needs, or it's a basic needs of the water or requirement of the water, but due to the population or climatic change and availability to utilize water, we will suffer in the shortage, we will suffer the shortage of the water in the cities as well as the rural area, and various conflicts between the in state to state, that is the Maharashtra Karnataka conflicts, or Maharashtra Telangana and Karnataka conflicts, Haryana Delhi conflicts, too much conflicts between the in the state to states. Here we see in this is the co-migrated efficiency and natural runoff. First are the direct industrial reuse. Second, here is second, a stream flow of the vegetables. Third one, to purpose of the farming or agricultural reuse. Fourth one, recharge basins. Fifth one, to wastewater treatment plant for the city. Next, sixth one, the water treatment plant. Next, seven, to disinfection or well the underground surface water. And last one is the 8, indirect agriculture reuse. This is a national water policy. Next, the present scenario of water resources and their management in India has gives rise to several concerns. Important amongst them are: some policy is defined by the water resource and their management in India. We have to see one by one. First, large parts of India have already become water stressed because of demand of water and population growth and urbanization and changing lifestyle. So we've seen that it's the biggest problem in the urban area because of the demand of the water is very high, but supply is the very shortage, and it is a continuous population growth and urbanization changing the lifestyle of the human is a very critical to supply each and every person to water. Next, mismanagement of water resources has led to critical situation in many parts of the country. Next, there is the wide temporal and spatial variation in availability of water, which may increase the sustainability due to combination of climate change causing deepening of water crisis and incidence of water related disaster, that is a flood, increased erosion and increased frequency of droughts. Due to the wide temporal or special variations in the availability of water, which make we have to suffer the critical problem. This is the main problem is the combination of the climatic change and causing of the deepening of water crisis and incidence of the water related disasters such like floods, increase the erosion or increase the frequency of droughts. Climate change it may also increase the sea levels, effect upon groundwater aquifers and surface water and agriculture and industry in such regions. Climatic condition it is the most one of the most problem for the water supply or water storage, and it is also increasing the sea level. It is a effect we have to see at the groundwater aquifers, also surface water and also agriculture and industry supply of the water. Safe water for drinking water availability of between different regions and different people in the same region. Also the intermittent and unreliable water supply system has the potential of causing social unrest. Next, groundwater through part of hydrological cycle and community resources is still preserved as an individual property or exploitation in the several areas by it. Next, water resources projects through multidisciplinary with multiple stakeholders are being planned and implemented fragmented manner without giving due consideration of optimum utilization, environment sustainability and holistic benefit to the people. The most we have seen that the water resource projects are multidisciplinary with the multiple stakeholders, and it is the planning the dams such as the dam, reservoir, canals, and implementation the without any consideration for the uh, it is be feasible or not, or optimal utilization or the environment sustainability or not, and holistic benefit to the people, or it is the reliable and equally distributed to people or not. It all depend on the politicians politics point. Next, interregional, interstate, intrastate, and also intersectoral disputes are in sharing of water, strained relationship, hamper the optimal utilization of water through scientific planning on basic and sub-basin basics. We have seen in India, it is a very conflicts between the interregional, also interstate, also intrastate, and also intra-sectoral dispute. It is a we have seen is a very is biggest dispute between the Vidarbha and also the West Maharashtra, because of the uneven distribution of the water or development of the urbanization. We see we have to facing the more more of the problems and conflict between these two uh, district. It is the most important uh, part of the at the time of the time of the we have to not supply as per the demand of water. We have that cause we have to shoot the no water the specific planning and of the sources, that is natural source and underground sources. Next, natural water bodies and drainage channels are being encroached upon and diverted for other purposes. Groundwater recharge zones are often blocked. Growing population of water resources, especially through industrial influence, is affecting the availability of safe water besides causing environmental health hazards. It is a water pollution. It is the biggest problem nowadays. There are the three types of the problem we have to consider. The first is air pollution, noise pollution, and water pollution. The water pollution it is specially done because of the industry influence or industry cause, and it is affecting to safe water, safe drinking water supply, and it is the causing the environmental health issue of the people. Next, access to water for sanitation and hygiene is an even more serious problem for polluting the water sources. The low consciousness about the overall scarcity and economic value of water results in its wastage and influent use. The lack of adequate trained personnel for scientific planning, utilizing modern techniques and analytical capabilities, incorporating information technology, constrains good water management. With the help of the technology, we have to supply the water or safe drainage drinking water to person to scientific. We have to done the scientific planning, utilize the modern techniques or modern technology and also analytical capabilities of the water storage. Next, the holistic and interdisciplinary approach at water related problems is missing. We should find the answer for the interdisciplinary approaches to water related. The next, the public agencies in charge of taking water related decisions tend to take this on their own without consultation with stakeholders, often resulting in poor and unreliable service characterized by in inequalities in various kinds. Characteristics of catchment areas of stream, rivers, recharge, and zones of aquifers are changing as a consequence of land use and land cover changes, affecting water resource availability and quality. There are the different catchment area of these streams and rivers, and also the zones of the water or recharges of zones of the water. That cause we have to change changing the consequence of the using of the land and land cover changes, and also it is affect for the water resource availability and also quality of the water. Next, demand and analysis of water in India. First, National Commission of Integrated Water Resource Development. It is the commission established by the Government of India. First, domestic water demand. We know that for every person, the water required the 135 liter per capita per capita. The person required the daily purposes or daily utilizes of the water. The 135 liter we had to find out this after the calculation. With increasing household income and increasing contribution from this service and industrial sector, the water demand in domestic and industrial sector could increase sustainability. Due to the household income and also increasing the contribution from the service and also industrial sectors, the water demand in the domestic purpose and also industrial purpose is increases in day by day. We assume the average domestic water demand would increase from 85 liters per capita per day in 2000 in 125 and 170 IPCD by 225 and 215 respectively. Nowadays we have to set the figure of the one. It is the oldest figure in 2000, but now it is set the 135 per capita per day. It is for current year, but in 225 we have to set the 145 liter per capita per day, and also in 250 year we have to done the 190 liter per capita per day. We estimate the livestock water demand to increase from 2.3 pcm in 2000 and 2.8 and 3.2 pcm by 225 and 250 respectively. Here we seen that the behavior scenario water demand position in the sector 2000, 225 and 250. In the year of the 2000, we have seen the total BCM and percentage of water groundwater. It is the irrigation BCM 605 and with groundwater percent irrigation by 45%. Then domestic purpose BCM 34 and percentage of from groundwater in 50, and industrial BCM value is the 42 and percentage of from groundwater is 30. The total is 680 BCM and 44% of for groundwater. Same as in 225, the total is 832 BCM and 43% of groundwater, and same to 250 900 BCM and 47% of the from groundwater which will be available. Next, industrial water demand. An analysis using the global trends show that with the present economic growth rates, the per capita industrial water demand could increase from 42 meter cube per person in 2000 to about 62 and 102 meter cube per person by 225 and 250 respectively. For the after the globalization, it is seen that in industry area the per capita water demand is increases by year. We had to survey, we had to and commission observed that for the water demand in industry 42 meter cube person in 2000 and 62 meter cube per person in 225 and 102 meter cube person in the demand in 250. The previous scenario to assumes the growth of the rates. Next, standard of water according to pH value. In chemistry, pH is measured the acidity or basicity of aqueous solution. Solution with a pH less than 7 are said acidic, and solution with pH greater than 7 are called alkaline or basic or alkaline. Pure water has pH very close to 7. We know that we have to after the experiment we said that this is the water for it is a drinking purpose or not. We have to say said after the experiment, if the water pH is less than 7, that time it is known as the acidic water, and after if the water pH is the more than 7, that time this water is known as the alkaline. In this table we have to see the standard water according to pH value. For the construction it is a less less than 11, the pH value want less than 11. For the drinking purpose between the 6.5 to 7 pH. Ocean 7.5 to 8.4, steam 6.5 to 8.5, and whale 6.5 to 8.5 pH, and also last one is the lake 7.5 to 8.5. Today here we stop here. In next lecture we have to see the irrigation and agriculture point. Thank you so much.